Oh, we're given a problem. Okay, so it has a problem with a read-only field. Okay, well that's fine. We will just do a good old getter and setter then. Get protected set. Really? Okay, get and protected set. What? That's right. Or is it the other bracers? Yeah, it's probably those. Okay, I'm confused. I've done get and protected set plenty of times. So go to declaration. Yeah, I did that same thing right there. So why won't it let me do something like that here? Get protected set. Oh, wait. I had one of the, okay, yeah. Wrong syntax. My bad. Get protected set, which will allow us to set it in here, but not anywhere else. Okay, that works for me. Okay, so our weapon logic sucks. So why is this doing that? Weapon logic dot I can call a coroutine like that? I didn't think I could. No. Here. Makes way more sense, and it doesn't really matter anyway. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be in here. Cut does not need to be in there. It should be in this weapon class anyway, because that's kind of where it needs to be anyway. Public. What? Oh. Shoot. Completely put it in some place where it was supposed to not be. Nope. That's exactly where you're not supposed to be. Okay. But in our system things, we can't. That makes so you can't really do any of that stuff. That's a shame. Invoking and stuff like that is really nice. But it's okay. It's okay. We can get over that. We just have to change up our logic a little bit because of the logic stuff. So reloading calls a function. Okay, so in our make weapon class here, reloading is called. So we do a reloading function, which we just have to, change it up a teeny bit. to do something differently. So we can't do that there, but we will have a function down here. Okay, this is a private, which is fine. Doesn't even matter. Reload. We don't have this type of stuff anymore. So I'm going to exit out of that. Our weapon types, should we be checking for that? And believe it or not, I'm thinking about no for any of this. And the reason why, in our syntax error, the name does not exist in this current context. Could we resolve this? Declare local variables. No, it's not a local variable. What a shame. Shotgun does not exist in this context. Start coroutines does not exist in this context. That's a bummer. So in reality, this logic kind of sucks for a lot of reasons. So I think for most of this, I'm not going to want this. Not like this. Okay? But in our weapon logic, we're definitely going to have reload stuff. So we're going to have a reload thing. Okay, we're going to have this as well. Because this deals with changing values and stuff like that. I'm fine with that. Okay? And we have our nice little shotgun checks. That's fine. But we need to call this in some form of a fashion. So in our base class, we're going to call our... Why are we calling fire here? What's fire? Oh, yeah. Reload, we need to call the base class of it. So in this, can we do this? Weapon. Dot weapon class dot reload. Reloading. Oh no, not reloading. In our weapon class, what's this thing? This is a non-public. That's okay, we can make this public. Okay. And that is fine. That can easily be public. I have no problem with it. Okay. Actually, we can do something even better than this. We can make this a yeah, we can do this even better. Now that I'm thinking about it, we can do this a lot better. What we're going to do, and this isn't exactly documented probably somewhere or whatnot, or maybe it is, we are going to do something of this factor. We are going to take our reloading bool. We're going to split this up. Oh, no. We're going to make this private. Yeah, we're gonna make this a private, okay, and then we're gonna go to debugs and go public. Wait. Is that right? I can't remember. Why does that doesn't look right to me. It doesn't look right. And it probably, if it doesn't look right, it probably isn't right. Well, debugs, do we check it anywhere else? I think we do. I actually think we actually do. So, if we do this, it will give us our context errors for, how you say the, yeah, for some reason I'm losing a lot of frames. It has something to do with that, I bet. Huh. Wow. That's amazing. Why am I losing so much frames? What's going on here? Am I suffering from big time memory problems? No. No. So what's the big deal here? This stuff didn't start happening until I actually switched to mono. And I'm thinking that's what it is. I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need this. And I probably don't need that either. So for debugs, we're going to have to make this a actual thing. What I mean by a thing is a reload state does not return a path. Why does it have to return a path? That's a stupid error. Weapon.reloading state does not return all code paths. Why does it have to return a code path? That makes no sense to me. Alright. Okay. So what I'm going to do for this, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it, is I'm going to cut this out right here. Okay. Close this in to make it that. Make this a public full debugs. Full. Okay. And under this reloading, I'm going to do a public loading and I'm going to say a action. Okay. Bool reload actions. And what's going to happen is we're going to get and set. So we're going to do a get, which is going to do up right here. Okay, and set. Okay. And what this will do is get will return reloading this small one dot can we just do the return of that? Okay, now the set will do something which shouldn't do any. Actually, yes, it will. When we do a set, it's going to be reloading dot okay. Am I doing? I don't think I'm doing this right. I'm pretty sure, and I'm just dropping like killer frames and everything else for no apparent reason. Awesome! And it's probably my internet. Okay, so this is going to be a terrible, terrible way to make a video. Alright. So we're gonna do, I'm pretty sure, the MSN thing for getting protected sets, syntax, properties. Where are we going? Properties. Okay. And this will be experience equals value. Or reloading equals value. Yeah, that's probably right. Experience, reloading, weapon information. So we are going to put reloading equals value. Okay. And when this is set like this, we can do something. Okay. And what I'm thinking about doing is, instead of this like little call and everything and all this garbage, we can't, oh, this is the exact wrong script. Awesome. No wonder it looked funny. So we're going to take this, cut it out, cut this out. Okay. No wonder it looked funny and stuff. So, okay. So we're in our class again that we need. Okay. Reloading. Okay. All good. So, I really don't like that we're doing this, but we're going to call this reloading action. We're going to make this one private. because I don't want them to directly do it, but I want them to do the job, okay? And this will be false right off the bat, okay? We're going to take this and cut this. We're going to put a public bool here and paste in the stuff, okay? So we've got everything there, okay? So reloading dot value. So whatever we set this to, it'll do that. But what's going to happen for us? We need to trigger a reload of some type. So we can actually, with this setter, go in here and go to just reload right off the bat. Bam. Start the reload. Because we're setting the value already anyway. So we can start the reload and do all our enumerations and all that good stuff. So in our class where we have this enumeration stuff, we can take all the enumerator stuff, okay, and just plug it into our class. Doesn't matter, we'll have it, and boom, okay. So our enumerator stuff we have here, okay. But we will have to change some stuff, and that's to be expected. That's to be expected. Ammo types. So where do we have our ammo types? It would definitely be in weapon data now. So it's probably like this: weapon data, ammo type, weapon info, ammo type, and this. Okay, so we have this going on now, okay, and it's all double great good. All right, and we've got our reloading logic in here. So how are we doing all this? Okay, which in the meantime could be very bad or very good, depending on your way of looking at it. We've got values here. We've got an in-gun and shot count. Okay, that's cool. And that's our reloading logic. So what exactly is this that we have to do? Well, in our weapon class, we have to change the way reloading works. So we have to go not reloading this way. We have to go reloading dot reload action. Okay. Why is it saying that this is public? This should not be public anymore. It probably is. So the reload key, reloading, private. Huh. Oh, yeah, it's private. So why are we getting a thing that says weapon class, which is the weapon, and then reloading we had a thing? That's kind of dumb. I don't like it. We shouldn't have been able to do that. Okay? And just like up here, we had a, oh, it's the method of reload. That's horrible. We need to change that. We definitely need to change that, okay? Because I should not be able to call this directly. So we definitely need to make this a private function. Not a print, a private function. Okay, so we have that in such a way. Okay, so we have that there. Alright, so our base class has access to the reloading action. If we're setting it Really? Okay. Alright. So it went really weird there for a second. Okay. I can deal with that. Right? We can deal with that. It's not that big of a deal. So in the fire action, okay, the fires thingy, okay, firing actions for this script were very simple and stuff. We called a fire thing. So what is firing? Fire is, looks like nothing. What the heck? Where is this being declared? Fire. This method. Fire. Go to references. Okay, fire. Okay, that's full. Okay, so this is a method in here that just says fire. Okay, this we can deal with, right? This wouldn't be hard. Okay, so we copy this into our class here. Okay. And this function we no longer need at all here because our main class is doing it. So now we have these silly things of firing. Alright, so, okay. So fire time is not part of this class, but it is part of our other class. So we will have to access it directly through our static, our little single instance thing. Okay, and we go like so, and like so. Which it's probably not got that, so it's okay. Fire rate, what would that be? Our classes, it's probably weapon data dot fire rate. Okay, which is fine. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that, brothers and sisters. So we have that. So it's probably going to be something like this for that type of function. Okay, and that will give us our kickback. But where is our actual kicking function? Is it in this script? And the answer is no. Our kicking function is probably in our script for movement, which it should be. Weapon states, and it goes into our kick. That's fine. I'm fine with that. But it takes a vector 3. Why would we have a vector 3? Okay. Well, so weapon class dot dot. Okay, because you have this silly stuff up here and it doesn't work correctly, you want to act that way. Okay, so to do the reload, to call the reload, we don't do that no more. We do this function here. We do weapon true. Okay, so we Uh-huh. Okay. Alright, so that's that way. Our shot count. Okay, our shot count will be coming from our main class. So we're going to be setting it directly, like so. Main class, and then we have a shot count, right? Shot count up here. Shot count. Shot count. Okay, shot count. So in our shot count, most of the time we are doing our shot count because of we need it to be burst, or it's for a shotgun. So when we do firing, we do the kick and stuff, and that's fine. When we do a burst, we do shot counts. Okay, so that will be doing a invoke. Alright, so our shot count. So we can actually cut out some of this code. Yeah, we can actually cut out some of this code very easily. And we can do it very, very smartly. Okay? And the reason why I say that is simple. When we can set the shot count directly in our main class and have it do all the logic for us. The animation stuff and all that can be done through our our burst does the invoke a burst. Okay, we are not actually doing any type of animation at that point. I've never done anything for that yet, and that kind of stinks. So I don't know. We will be changing that though. We will definitely have some animational stuff going on. So this does a repeat invoking method. So how are we going to do that? A repeat invoking. Can I do something like this? Weapon dot weapon class dot invoke. Yes, I could do that. I could do an invoke method. Okay, so I could do it in the mono class like that. Okay, that will work. Well, I can't do it in this class. That's kind of a bummer. Invoke. Wait, what? I could do an invoke in here? Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong thing. Okay, yeah. I was like, huh? That don't make sense. Okay, base. Okay, so I have this. Let's get out of here. Dot in man, it's a mono class. Why can't I invoke from here? That's a bummer. No, it's so sucky. Okay, So, alright. When I do ray fire, does that actually do the animation for me? Or no, I didn't want ray fire to do that because of one specific reason. If I do a gun action thing for okay, yeah. Alright. So we can't do that. Alright. Which I'm fine with. I'm cool with that. So we can do something completely different and fabulous. So we have firing, which needs our kick. So we got dot. Okay, we're gonna have to exit out of this stuff so that we can do stuff down here without it going all crazy on us and stuff. So it's gonna stop doing that. And we're gonna do that. And now it'll stop doing dumb stuff. Dot. Gunplay. That's what we named it. Alright. So now we can do our kick. Dot kick. And pass in the values. Okay. So now we have this ray firing stuff. And it requires weapon info, which we don't need that anymore. So all we do is call ray fire by itself. Okay? No parameters or nothing like that. It does everything itself. Now we are going to have to do some other stuff, like our weapon dot weapon class dot nothing. It's fine. This will do a fire. This will adjust the thing, and everything is back to being awesome. So there's fire. Now we have this burst fire. So what can we do about this? Burst firing. We are going to need a function for this. That's going to be in the weapon class. I can already see this having that kind of effect. Because we need a invoking with repeating here. Because that's how we do stuff. Okay. So how are we going to do this the way we want, not something else? Well, our burst firing does nothing but pretty much adjust the time, okay, the kickback, shot counts, and does a check to cancel the invoke. Okay, so this will probably have to be in the other class, which kind of stinks. I mean, it does. It stinks. Because I'd much rather have it not be in that class. I want it to be in the other class. But it's not going to work out that way. And that's okay, I guess. So, we got firing. And our shotgun works fine in that class, right? Our shotgun would work great. Yeah, it would work perfectly fine in our base class. So, same thing here. We're going to be adjusting the fire time that way. Plus not that. Not shotgun or shot count, which we never gained access to. So what can we possibly do with that? And we also calling an animation, which I never integrated that into the system just yet. Let's see. Of course, I never had a gun that was really great for that either. And technically, most guns you probably don't even need that. So, interesting. Which way should we go with that idea? And I don't know. We could do something with some getters and setters and stuff. And it would make the functionality work a lot better. It would make it a lot easier. But repeat invoking, we're going to have a problem with that. And that's going to be fine with me because, you know, that's just the way it is. Of course, repeat invoking. Why do I have a repeat invoking anyway? I mean, in all honesty, why? I mean, it's just going to shoot like as fast as it possibly can. And if you've ever done some burst, I don't know. That could be something that would solve it. Just make it do it on its update and just let it fire as fast as it wants. That would make things so much easier. And it wouldn't exactly be that bad visually. So, what do we want to do that? Well, I don't know. It could happen. It could happen. But what do I know, right? So, the thing about this is, there's a lot more to this than what people realize, because I do a lot of more difficult functionality stuff. Shot count is part of our other class. So we're setting a shot count. That makes me feel, actually, yeah, that would work. Alright, yeah. If we use the shot count as a get and protected set thing, then we could do all the functionality. Well, we would still have to do the kick here. That would be fine. Okay, so if I did that, I can have the burst where I want. Okay, the burst firing, we'll just have it in the base class here still. And what I'm thinking is we can do this. In gun, yeah, okay. In gun, fine. That's fine. We'll actually, we're going to have to yeah. This will be easy. Okay. So in our base class, we'll have a shot count, shot count, shot count. Instead of doing it this way, we will do it the other way as well. In gun has to go do its own thing. This will be a public as well. Int. Go to another line. Okay, another line. And we'll go here, do this, and we will do this. Get, not reload action, and this will be an integer this time. Int, okay. We'll call this shot action. Okay. And when we get this, we're going to be returning shot. Shot count. And when we set this, we're going to do let's see, typing in the dark, shot count dot value. But when we do this, we can create and do our own functions. Now, if I go in here and do weapon logic dot sway mono behavior stuff, no, I can't do a lot of things. I was hoping I could do an invoke from here, but they won't let me. That's okay. I don't care. So in this burst fire, what we're going to do? Well, we're not going to be doing the subtracting from here. So what we have to do is not reload action. We're going to have to do our own type of function here. Okay, this isn't needed, this isn't needed, this isn't needed, and I don't want it here, I want it down below here. We're going to do some type of public void shots, and this will require definitely do an invoke repeating on here, and we will basically be doing what we kind of did in here. In gun, we will minus, okay. In gun, we will minus, alright. And fire time, we can keep it this way, that's fine. But we have to change the fire time stuff, okay. Because we're kind of like sideswiping some of the logic, alright. Weapon data, okay. Kick, well, we already know the kickback function stuff is right here, okay. The kickback function stuff right here, and we will be doing the weapon data max kickback, okay. Alright, so each time we shoot, we need to subtract the shot count in our main as well, which, you know, is that way. Alright, so then we have this if statement here. Alright, and this if statement is very easily going to be how we do our shot count. And so instead of that canceling for there, we're going to be canceling it from here, okay. And what happens is we are going to go up here to our logic, okay, and we are going to say the same thing that we did up here, okay. Invoke repeating, okay, and you should be able to see what this weapon we are going to do an invoke repeating. But here's the thing about this, we are going to put some if statements in here which is going to be really easy to manipulate. So if weapon type equals weapon type dot burst, then we do this stuff, okay. We do that stuff, or we do what's in our if and all that good stuff. But the thing about it is, if we're not, so we need an else if, and we're going to do pretty much the same here for all this stuff, except we're going to do it does not equal burst. Then what do? Well, we're going to do exactly this, which will be easy, and we're just going to go shot count equals when we're a shotgun, we do shotgun stuff. Actually, we don't need this FPS statement. Okay, so if we equal burst, it will do the logic that we need for bursting. Okay, that's good. That's great, because if we set this and it's not bursting, then this if statement never does anything. It's like a completely empty thing. Okay, so really, I need another bracer? Seriously? Wow, there's a lot of bracers on that one. This does the burst, that does the set, and that closes my setter. Okay, so if we are not that, we need a shotgun thing. Okay, which is easy. No biggie there. We never do shots anymore. What we do is our weapon logic for it's just a fixed update while its shot counts, and that is, we do ray, and that's it. That is pretty easy. That is pretty great. And that can actually be in our one script for a shotgun anyway, because it's a shotgun. It doesn't have to have super awesomeness thing. So we need to set our shot count. Okay, so how do we do that? We go weapon, dot weapon class dot shot action. Okay, and we will be putting it to equal 3. Okay, and when we are the shotgun, we put it to 4. And it just sounded like a reasonable number to me, so that's the reason why it's that way. And gun. Okay. Oh, come on. Really? Now it's gonna do that? Seriously? Okay. So now we have the kickback. Alright. So kickback is done by max kickback, which is nothing. So we just copy all this line and we do kickback. Okay, bam, there we go. Because kickback doesn't really do anything too much. We just adjust it per thing, so it's a general kickback stuff. Now for an animator. That would be interesting. Well, wait. We need to set up a fixed update to do this stuff, which the fixed update will be part of in here. So right below update, we should have fixed update. Okay, that makes sense to me. So on fixed update, well, should I actually... Wait, actually a fixed update. Yeah, that would actually be something. I'm gonna put it part of the weapon system. But in reality, oh, well, ooh, yeah, this is gonna be a little hairy line. We cannot access shot counts right off the bat, can we? It's not doing the action right off the bat anyway, so that's going to be fine for us. Okay, that's not doing the raise for us. Actually, is that doing the raise for us? Ooh, that's right. It's not doing any raise. So okay, shot count minus. Yeah, that's kind of a setter. That's okay. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it because it only does it when it's a shotgun, so. And shotguns are kind of slow anyway. Slow. So, yeah. They're kind of slow, so no reason to bother with it. So, in here, we got shot count, we got that, we got ray firing. Alright, so we got, we got quite a bit of stuff done today. This still has shot count, which now needs to be part of shot action. Which is okay, because we'll fix that. It's shot action now. Shot action. Okay, so now we have this right here. Alright, so we got a shotgun. We don't have an animator though, which kind of bums me out. And we've got to fix a lot of stuff. So I'm going to let Unity do its compiling. So that way it'll be easier to find the errors. So we have 1. We have 3. It's part of the fire time stuff, which I expected that. And fire time and fire rate, I don't believe it should be public, right? Fire time? That's right, I put a protected set. That's right. Well, we'll just do that. That's okay, we'll just ignore that one. Inaccessibility. And this has the thing for the protection. It's for a reloading. So we changed the reloading logic. to get in setters. Now we have reloading action. So in our gun movement thing, we gotta pretty much put all these as actions. Okay, reload action. And that's fine. You know, I mean, it's to be expected, right? Because we change code and all that good stuff. Okay, so let's save all. And let's go into Unity and let Unity tell us, because it's going to be a pain in the butt to go look for all that stuff. Okay, so we have our little weapon system again. And I need to start saving this stuff, because it's kind of being a pain to always have to put a new object in the scene. It kind of sucks after a while. So, oh, that's right, because, yeah. Inside of Unity, I have all these button keys, which does stuff, okay? They're the number keys, and then we have the reload key, which is fine. I want it to be R, though. Can I just... Yes, I can. I can just hit R. That's sweet. Okay. So, we do have an animator here, but do we actually want it to be here? And the answer is probably yes, because it's going to be public regardless anyway. I don't really care that anything can access the animator, because if we do some type of spine data or some parkour thing or whatever, we could segregate the actual logic out and just have one script go, hey, you're supposed to parkour here and jump over this. Well, let's turn all your stuff off, and you can't do anything besides sit there and watch me jump across the map like a fool. Yay! So that's how we do that. Okay. So we have that. We have our base system in that. We have our movements in that. So yeah, we've got pretty much all our weapon logic that we can need. So let's take a look at changing our weapons. Now, changing our weapons is going to be a pain in the rear kind of function, because we don't technically kind of got certain things. Okay, we don't have a put away animation or anything like that. I don't have any way of testing that right now currently. So what we could do, and this is my personal feelings about this, is what I'm thinking about is doing a type of dictionary thing, okay? Using our UI system and using a dictionary, we could spawn in the prefab that we want, and then use our class right here to set the value and put it where we need it to be. Because right here we got this gun object, okay? Well, this gun object would be really easy to manipulate, because what happens is simple. What we can do is just like we did right down here, but you see this value thing, we pass in a constructor of the sort. It doesn't have to return the value. It just has to have the type of function. If this was empty, it would not care. Okay, as an example, I will have this completely empty for functions. Okay, empty, empty, and when that happens, we can go back into Unity, and it's not going to care that it actually sets the value. It just has to be there. Okay, no errors whatsoever. So I can pass a constructor in there that's a complete enumeration and everything like that to do something. Okay, so so we can do, well, let me think about this. In our inventory system, we are getting we are sending a string out and then getting a game object. Well, it wouldn't make a very difficult thing to go, hey, let's tell the player to do this or something of that nature first. Because our gunplay object, our actual gun right here, it's a game object. I can do the same thing right here of a public game object gun object, and then turn around and do this logic here. Okay, gun for the read. Okay, now we have this other type of stuff here. I don't actually have to have anything in here. Okay, I don't have to actually have anything in here. But it could make it very easily to make a function to do something. And what I'm thinking about is, remember how I had this enumerator for putting away my gun? Put away, and I would play it, and then I would deactivate it. Well, here's the thing. I could do pretty much the same thing again. Okay, let's go into a function. Okay, I can do pretty much the same thing. Okay, and we will go, and I have an animator here, anim. Okay, we can do the same thing, anim dot play draw, or whatever your reload animation is. Then we have weapon data dot put away time. Okay, and that's the put away time. That's the longest it will wait. Which, that actually is kind of weird, did it? Yeah, it can do that. So, and then it disables the game object, which we should put this as gun. Okay, but here's the thing about that. We need a parameter which should be a next weapon. Okay, so we're passing a game object. Okay, that makes sense. So we're disabling this one. Okay. So what do we do with our next one? Well, what we can do is make sure that this is gun equals next weapon. Okay. And then gun dot set active equals true. Okay, and this will turn our gun on and everything. So yeah, that could actually work. So if we think about it, we will play the animation, and by the time the animation is done, it will turn itself off, and then it will go to and replace the weapon variable. So yeah. So when we go to set this, we have a object value. So what we can do is, because this is an enumeration and all that stuff, we have options. We can go and start a coroutine. Okay, which is our coroutine. Like always, we need our function name. What do we call it? My gun. Okay, we called it my gun. Awesome name, huh? And then the next parameter that we need is the value, which we already know it's going to be like this. So we're going to call it gun equals, or can we just type in value here? Value? I think that would work. But we need this to make sure this is a string, like so. And this will give us, this will set the value that's up there. Okay, we're passing value, that'll be fine. So we should be able to go, oh, and I had it all minimized and stuff. That's kind of a bummer. Oh well. Oh well. Anyway, we can go take a look at it again. It's not that big of a deal. We did a getter and setter for an object, and we pass in value in a coroutine here. So when it sets, it does this coroutine. Okay. My gun animation yields for the time that's supposed to, sets the object off, changes out the values, and then sets the object that we have starting up and everything to true, which if you do your animation right and everything else, usually your animations start when the actual object starts. So it'll play like automatically something from the get-go if you have play on awake. Okay, so the animation will just run automatically when it starts. So yeah, that should do a lot of the things that we need done easily, which is kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of nice. So yeah, that should do it for a lot of it. It'll replace our new object, and then we will just let our UI class do the function calls to put it to our player. To equip it or whatnot. Which that'll be really nice. So how are we going to do a weapon class? Well, not a weapon class. Ow! Just banged my elbow on something. How are we going to do the weapon stuff for everything that we need? And what I mean by that is we're probably going to have some type of saving system. So how are we exactly going to do that? And what I'm thinking about is if I do a collection of every weapon, like a dictionary that has keys and values, I can call the weapons that I want up through a key. Okay, but the awesome thing about it is if I go to save, I can use the keys that I get to push it into a list or an array to the serialization, and then bam, I have all the weapons that I need. So yeah, that would work big time. For me anyway. For somebody else, maybe not, maybe so. It is really hard to tell. But I think I'm pretty much done with this project for now, anyway. Because, well, I've done a lot of refactoring and stuff to accommodate scriptable objects and to get to the point where we have instancing instead of just flat out garbage collection everywhere. But what I'm thinking about right here is when we are taking our weapon and setting it in our put away function, What I'm thinking about is taking a dictionary up here, do a dictionary, because it would be relatively easy. Like a pub, not a prop. We don't have to have this exactly accessible, but it might be nice. Oh man. Okay. Typing in the dark. Public. Why does it say an interface in this and this? Have I always had it this way? I don't know. Maybe. Where's my one class that I did? So I'm thinking I'm doing player data. Public this. Okay, and this is a public class that's static. Yeah, this makes it really nice for like weapon stuff. Very, very nice. And I can do generic things with this class. Okay, and we do a, I don't want it to be static, that's for sure. A string. And then I want a game object. Okay. Player. Weapon. O. N. String. And then game. Getting to that point of the day. Well, it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning, so go figure. Oh, that's right. That's one reason why I couldn't use it. Using. Dude, I know. Using is right there. System. Collections. Generic. Okay. Now we have a dictionary that's awesome. So, like I was thinking, okay, we have a game object here. Okay, and we will probably always have a default game object, right? We're always going to have at least one. Melee or something really dumb. Or an infinite ammo pistol or whatever. It doesn't matter. So this does here. So when we do this for our game object, okay, and we're setting it inactive, before we even get to that point and everything, I want to go in here and go player weapons dot add. Okay, and the key for this will be gun dot name. Okay, that'll be the key. No, I don't want that. Okay, and this will be gun, not F. Alright. And that will make sure that it's in my dictionary. So when we go to spawn something in or whatnot, I can check the key in the dictionary to make sure it's there. Or we can use the dictionary to make sure that we have a weapon array of some type. Okay, it'll make it really easy to deal with spawning in guns and stuff like that because we will have a key. So that could come in handy later on in development. It's only a little bit more memory. I mean, we've gained so much more memory because we're not allocating so much stuff again. We're gaining so much more by doing this than the other stuff. Okay, and we've already saved everything. So let's go back into Unity for compiling stuff. So let's do a rundown of why we're doing it this way now. We've got our gun movements, reference, our system, okay? And if we want, we can do this, okay? So basically, in reality of the subject, the only thing we actually have to change is the game object models itself. So this script right here will only be in the game one time. Okay, one time, and that's all. So basically, this means that in our old way, we would have to duplicate and put this weapon script on the game, each individual weapon object. Okay, now in order to make a weapon, all we have to do is put a game object under our transform, which will be our model. We can directly drive and get that model now. Okay, so we don't have to have all these other things. Like, okay, if it was like before, we would have to go up here and then we would go to our FPS weapons, and there you go. Then we would have it duplicated another time and another time, and look, we would have all these values and stuff instantiated again and again. But this one's kind of small because I'm already using a scriptable object here. But we still got this other thing. So now with this setup, we have to do another child inside of our game object, which would be the model itself. So we would have two game objects for just that specific reason alone, which it always bothered me, but at the same time, you know. So instead, we've got a central script right here that's all weapon. And what happens is we only set up the model below us, the game object, okay. And we get the animator. Our input system, yeah, we had it before. That's nothing, right? Okay, and we just drag our input system in there. And our camera, our weapon camera, we no longer have to use a get component for that. It's only found one time or filled in through the inspector. So it's relatively efficient and we get what we need. Now this weapon type thing, this is changed by our 1, 2, 3 buttons, each state, but the states are coming out of our actual scriptable objects that we have, the actual weapon here. So we get to say, hey, if we only have one state, like a rocket launcher, we only have one state. And we could put, hey, is it shoot like an automatic or a single shot? So it makes it relatively a lot easier to deal with setting up a weapon. And all our values are in scriptable objects. So if I go and hit start and want to adjust these, if I exit start, it's not going to reset all these values. It will survive the unloading process from starting the program to ending it. It will survive, okay? Which makes it really nice for that type of saving. Makes it really, really nice. So that's why we use it. But that's the way it is, I guess. So what are we actually going to have going on there? So code-wise, we have her done. Okay, we have a lot of it done. So now we should probably look at our actual player itself now. So how are we actually moving around in our player? Okay, so let me pop over in the script. It's a relatively easy script, I think, too. So it shouldn't be that hard to manipulate into whatever type of class we want. FPS player. Okay. And we're doing it in a simple fashion. Yep, pretty simple. We've got a float variable of jump, speed, gravity, collision flags. Okay. Okay, mouse look. Yeah, that sounds about right. FPS weapon. We've got a reference to our weapon script, which doesn't make sense to me. But, okay, whatever, you know. I mean, it could happen, right? So, mouse look, and we're starting our weapons, which we don't need anymore. And then we have some type of enum here. Okay. So, we've got some type of ladder stuff there that's prototyped. So really, this player script doesn't really do anything. Nothing actually runtime anyway. So I could easily make this a easier class. We can make this a lot easier. Huh. So, yeah. So, here we go. What am I thinking about doing? Well, it doesn't make sense that the script that we have for the player is this way. So what I'm thinking about doing is a kind of a bigger class for stuff that I'm thinking. Maybe just have them do another, because this player thing right here, it's doing some other stuff. And it doesn't have to do that other stuff anymore because we got a central script for that. Because it's doing some inputs and this and that, and well, it shouldn't have to do that stuff anymore. I mean, well, a reference to the inputs, yeah, I can see that. Okay, but this mouse look stuff, controllers, my player stats, player state, this is an enum, isn't it? Go to declaration. Yeah, it's a enum. So yeah, enum, collision flag as well. So camera, why are we doing a camera.main? Huh. Well, we could need a camera.main. And we have a mouse look, which doesn't really do anything. I mean, it does stuff, but it doesn't really do anything. A lot of systems don't do anything now. Our weapon states, that's gone pretty much. Weapon sway, that's a scriptable object now, right? No, it's actually a single object, but that's fine. Doesn't have to be. Player stats manager. Well, we got rid of most of our managers and the stuff now, so yeah, that sounds about right. Ray firing, spawn system, no. FPS weapon, there's pretty much nothing in that weapon system that's useful now. Our manager for switching out weapons. This could be useful, but it has to be refactored in such a way that it would probably be easier just to write the whole thing again. The inputs, I'm satisfied with them. They do exactly what we need. Immunity system, we pretty much eliminated that. So the only thing really good in here is some of our managers and our player here, which our player is pretty a basic. So it's not really something that's dire need that's needs, well, it doesn't need the actual it doesn't need all the scripts that it has. So what we could do is make our own player script, but we're going to probably have to have 2 scripts for it. Or are we going to be able to do it in one? See, I don't want it part of the weapon script because that's not what that script is for. Okay? So we're going to have 2 scripts for it. It's a kind of bummer. Well, not really. It could be beneficial to have it, the script. Huh. Well, no, not really. I don't know. Quite possible. Eh. Oh. So our player has enums, speed, gravity, move directions. Man, that makes it really nice. It does. It makes it a lot nicer. But what can we do now? See, I'm thinking about going away from this project now. Or should we do something else? FPS weapon, you're useless now. Make weapon, not useless, but not really as much needed. Movements, we need to set up animators and things like that. Which isn't too bad, I guess. Our weapon stuff, that's just a string and integer static class. I think it's safe to say that would be easy to save and load. I think I'm going to be done with this for tonight. So, peace, love, and I am out of here.